This interview is from Chat City, Preston FM's mid-morning magazine show, live weekdays from 10 till noon.
And I played Dean Martin, Ain't That a Kick in the Head, and I said I would ask Dean or Wayne Kennedy. Wayne is on the phone now, who performs as Dean on stage. I don't know if that's one of the songs you'll be singing. Is it, Wayne?
That's my opening number for tomorrow night, Hughie.
Wow. I must admit, it's one of my favourites. I do love that number. And nice to talk to you. I would imagine it's going to be a brilliant night over there in Blackpool because, of course, it's a bank holiday weekend. And no matter what the weather in Blackpool, I would imagine it's going to be a full house.
Yeah, I'm not sure about a full house, but we will have a good crowd there. And this is the third year we've done the Wick Bank Holiday, and really looking forward to it. It's a great big stage, and always a lot of fun in Blackpool.
And what about the other guys, Wayne? Tell us who's in the Rat Pack with you.
Yeah, tomorrow there'll be Roman Marek playing Sinatra as he always does. Roman's a great singer and a very funny guy. And playing Sammy Davis tomorrow is a very interesting character called Jim Whitley. That was Jim on the Prague promo with me back in 2008, way back. Jim used to have a proper job before this. He was actually played in the Premier League for Manchester City, can you believe?
Is that right? Yes.
It is, and I'm an international cat for Northern Ireland, but Jim also is a great performer, great singer, very funny guy, and we all three of us get on great together, and it works very well.
Wow. And I mean, that comes across. I've been looking this week at your Facebook page, and I've been looking at all the fans who come backstage, who meet you, who get the autographs signed, and it does look like a brilliant night. How difficult is it? Because people are coming along to see Dean Martin, Sammy Davis, Frank Sinatra. How difficult is it to recreate the atmosphere up there on stage, Wayne?
Yes, it's not easy, but it's about taking people on a trip, and it isn't a carbon copy because it can never be that, but I think we do a good job. We're now in our 12th year, and it seems to go from strength to strength, so we keep working at it and tuning the machine all the time.
And how did it all begin? I mean, you've been in show business for quite 1 or 2 years, I understand.
Quite 1 or 2 years. 12 years ago now, goodness me, I did a solo show to a very enthusiastic crowd of 11 people in a pub. And I thought, goodness me, it can only get better. Thankfully it did, and here we are 12 years later with a worldwide theatrical production that employs 26 people. So long may the success continue.
And I would imagine you get when I was looking on Facebook, there's also quite a number of young people who come along in the audience. I would imagine it's really nice to introduce the music to young people who, of course, weren't around when Dean Martin and the guys were.
That's a great point, Hughie, because our people who attend our concerts, the age group is right across the board, which is great to see. And when we do the big venues like Blackpool Opera House tomorrow, I insist that kids get in free. So under 16s getting free tomorrow night in the cheaper seats, in the £17 seats. So what a deal! So we love to see youngsters coming along and getting into the music, as you say.
And what about, I mean, were you a big fan of the guys?
Sorry, what was that?
Were you also a big fan of the Rat Pack as you were growing up? I mean, was the music something that...
Oh, yeah, very much so. I mean, absolutely. I mean, I think the world peaked for music in the late 50s, and Rat Pack Las Vegas 1960 was just the right thing at the right time, and it just seems to get stronger and stronger, and it really just, there's that aura of class and quality, it seems to shine above all others.
And on stage, I mean, the one thing that I remember from, of course, seeing concerts by Sinatra and co. was the camaraderie on stage. I mean, that used to come along. Is that something that also works for yourselves when you're on stage?
Oh, another good point, Hughie, because you're dead without that. And a lot of people say, oh, you get on so well together, and you have to do, or it just doesn't work. we all got to say, not just the three of us. I mean, it's a totally live show, 100%, both musically and vocally. The musicians are fantastic, and that's totally live, and they're a show band, and they join in the comedy too. And then we've got the fabulous Las Vegas showgirls. We've got 4 girls on the big stage tomorrow, and they sing and join in the comedy too. So everybody joins in the camaraderie.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. So you've also got the musicians up on stage with you?
Yeah, we have indeed. People can check out and see exactly what they're getting on our website, ratpack.biz. That's ratpack.biz. And as you say, our Facebook page, I think it's got something like 1,000 live pictures on there, which is just incredible. So that's a very, very strong person. Thousands of people on our Facebook page, so people can look, see, and hear, exactly what they're getting.
And I would imagine you also have quite a strong fan group following. I would imagine you get regular people who come along and see you when they can.
Yeah, amazing. I mean, one lady's commented this week, I've seen you at Blackpool twice, I've seen you at Preston, and I'm coming along again to Blackpool tomorrow night. So that's always good to see her. Because we like to, as you say, react with the audience. We insist we meet everybody after the show in the meet and greet, and also the rapport between the audience. There's a lot of audience participation, and it all adds to a fun night.
So from those years ago when there were 11 people in the audience, then Wayne, it's going quite well.
Well, we did. Edinburgh Playhouse, we'd sold it out 3,000 the previous 2 years, and this year we did 4,000.
Wow.
In one day. We did 3,000 at Glasgow, so yeah, tremendously well. So long may that continue, and we love the support of the people, and it stands us in good stead, meeting people afterwards and just building that following.
And what do you think it is? I mean, what is it that keeps this music, apart from yourselves, of course, what is it that keeps this music so alive and gets people out of their homes to come and watch it in the theatre?
It was based on American Songbook, which is arguably the greatest songwriters of all time in the 30s and 40s, just absolute quality. And nothing really has surpassed that period for those wonderful, wonderful songs and tunes. And then you've got the comedy as well, with the wonderful tunes and the totally live situation. So you've got everything, really. There's something for everybody. And the other good thing we're very proud of, yes, it's a wild show. We can be a little naughty sometimes, but there's no bad language or anything offensive. So no matter what your age group, you can come along and have a really good night.
Well, I mean, the original Rat Pack could be a little naughty at times, couldn't they?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's completely mild compared to what goes off nowadays. I look at, shake my head at some of the things you hear on BBC television, let alone in the theatre. But I'm old school, Hughie, so there you go.
Lovely. So just for our listeners, tell them a little about the songs, etc. they can see if they come along tomorrow night, Wayne. Yes,
of course, those magnificent Dean Martin songs, Kicking the Head, That's Amore, etc. Frank, of course, will be doing My Way, Come Fly With Me, and all those big, big tunes. Sammy Davis, singing and dancing up a storm, Mr. Bojangles, etc. And, oh, goodness me, about 22 others too.
Brilliant. Well, I'm sure it'll be a successful night, and I'm sure you'll be enjoying yourself up on stage. And thanks for taking time out to talk to us, Wayne.
Always a pleasure, Hughie. And if people can get tickets, if they can call the box office for the information, they can check us out at ratpack.biz, and all the links are on there. And once again, lovely to talk to you, Hughie. I hope to speak to you again soon.
Brilliant, and I'll give the box office number out now as well. So, Wayne, have a good day, and thank you. Bye-bye.
You too, mate. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening. We hope you've enjoyed the interviews as much as we have. Why not give us a tweet at ChatCityPFM?